don't you begin to think about how to relocate to other simpler countries that you can get visas from? Then from there you can move to your dreamed country. We neglect some of this country and think that nothing is happening there. Nigerians are making it big in some of these countries I'm going to be talking about today. Hello, EG lovers. You're welcome to my channel today. Journey to 50. Today I'm going to be talking about something very important for some of us that are thinking about how to relocate. You're thinking about how to jump out of Nigeria. I got it covered. I'm going to give you a simple way that will make your dream come true, your dream a reality. Here it's all about real stuff. Okay, I give you the practical way to succeed, practical way to live healthy, practical way to just be ahead in life. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, what are you still waiting for? Do so right now. Please share our content, let other people also benefit, because here we give you the right stuff. We give you the most practical way of making it big in life. So for some of us that are thinking about how do I relocate out of Nigeria, I want to leave this year. You have set a target for yourself. I want to jump back this year. My dear, I got you covered. Just relax. I'm going to give you a simple strategy that will make it a reality for you seamlessly, without stress. Okay, you know, when it comes to travel, a lot of things come to play. Okay, a lot of things determine how you succeed. So it's better that you start putting the system and structures in place to make sure that you succeed in your travel endeavor. When it comes to traveling from Nigeria, sometimes it can be a bit challenging, because you know that the embassies here are actually oversubscribed, highly oversubscribed. Nigeria is a country with over 200 million people, and out of these 200 million people, we have over 60% of them that are youth. So imagine, when someone is a youth, this is the time to adventure, this is the time to explore, this is the time your body is hot. And that's why it seems as if Nigeria is among the countries that are really thinking about, oh, I want to leave, because we have a population filled with youths. And beyond youths, the conditions here are not favorable for anyone. Okay, most of the people here, so most people want to leave. And that's why the embassies are filled up every single day. I remember when I went to China, the crowd was something else. The crowd was massive. It was crazy. And that was like the same thing every single day. That's why it seems like getting visas from Nigeria can be very challenging, but it's easier to get it from any other country. So why don't you begin to think about how to relocate to other simpler countries that you can get visas from? Then from there you can move to your dreamed country. There are countries that within 1 month of application, you're already in their country. So what do you think about starting with those countries? And the truth of the matter, sometimes we neglect some of this country and think that nothing is happening there. Let me tell you, my dear, a lot is happening there. Nigerians are making it big in some of these countries I'm going to be talking about today. These 3 countries are one of the best countries you can think about relocating, that will allow you the luxury of relocating within 30 days. So these 3 countries I'm going to be talking about are the 3 countries you should think about relocating. First of all, they give you the opportunity to do well there. If you relocate there, you can do well there. It's one of the most thriving countries in the world, so you can actually do well as a Nigerian there once you relocate there. First country I'm going to be talking about is China. China is an amazing country. I've been to China and I had a great time. It's one of the cheapest countries to live in. Cost of living there is very affordable. So China is one country I can always advise people, if you want to make it well, big also, you should think about China. Especially if you're business minded. There are a lot of businesses you can do in China. When I went to China last year, I met this lady. She's been in China for like 4 years. She got there, actually 3 years actually. She got there in 2020 before COVID started, and she got trapped in China for 1 year during that COVID lockdown. After she got trapped, she decided to stay in China and do business. As I speak to you right now, this lady is a multi-millionaire, just being an errand person in China. China has this system whereby before now, if you apply in China, you cannot stay more than 30 days in China with your visiting visa. Right now, once you apply to China and you get China visa, you can actually stay more than a month. Actually, China gives you 3 months visa with 30 days stay validity. So you are expected to stay in China for just 30 days. But after COVID, a system was put in place whereby people that came for visiting can actually extend their visa whilst in China. So you just get to pay a token and your visa is extended every single month. So you can keep extending it every month for like a year or 2. Okay, that system is still in place until they scrap it out, but it's still working. So you can actually go to China with a visiting visa and start looking for businesses to do. Nobody's going to stop you as long as your visa is valid. There are several businesses you can actually think about doing in China. Like I talked about this lady that is an errand person. What she does is that people in the market sends her order of what they want. She buys it from China and sends to them, and then she charges them a fee, or she just put a small markup on the goods and send it to them. So they get it relatively very cheap because they're getting it straight from someone in China. So this is one business you can think about doing. If you get to China, you don't need a work permit to do that business, okay? And some people do errand person too. Once you come to China, they take you around during your stay. So each day they charge like 300 yen every single day just to take you around in China. If you change it, convert it to naira, it's about 45,000 naira every single day. It's actually more than that with the current exchange rate. It's actually like say 48,000 to 50,000 naira every single day if they take one person around every day. So you can think about there are several other businesses you can do in China. When I went to China, they were asking me, why didn't you come with cashew nuts? Cashew nuts sells like mad in China. You can think about selling food stuff, selling cooked food, different things. There are locations in China that has Nigerian people there. So you can actually get to find out those locations. I know some of those locations. If you're interested, reach out to me and I will be able to talk to you about them. So there are locations you can do some of those businesses. Send things to people from China. If you're thinking about relocating, think about China. There are several opportunities there. You don't just have to go there and work. And even if you want to work, you can work there. If you want to school, you can actually get there, register in a school, and that gives you a legal right to stay in China. The second country is Turkey. Turkey is a beautiful country. I went to Turkey this year and I had mass fun. It was an amazing place. The people in Turkey are extremely friendly people, like friendly. They are friendly people. So you can think about going to Turkey. Once you get to Turkey, you can actually register in a school. Get a school to register in. Their school fees is less than $500 or $500 for their government school. With $500, that gives you a legal right to stay in Turkey for as long as you're schooling. So Turkey is another place you can stay. And like I said, if you're in Nigeria and you're staying in Turkey, you have no right to complain about money. There are several businesses you can do in Turkey. Let me tell you, Nigeria is a big market. 200 million people is not a joke. There are several business opportunities in Turkey. Like, it is big. All right. That's why when I hear people talk about, is there work? Is there work? I want to get a work job before I get there. I just look at people that if your mind is open, there is no country you cannot survive in. If you're business minded, there's no country you cannot survive in. Talk about Turkey right now. If you go to Turkey as in Nigeria, you know that Turkey have they have the best clothing, they have the best shoes, bags, different things you can actually send from Turkey to Nigeria. Like I said, the market in Nigeria is massive. Over 200 million people. So whatever you send in Nigeria, you get consumers, people that will buy it. The market is there. And beyond that, you know that Nigeria also have a population that is filled with youths. Youths that are trendy, youth that are social media compliant. So the market is actually there. There's several businesses you can do in Turkey. So once you're able to get your resident permit, You can do several businesses from Turkey if you're in Nigeria, so there are no limitation. And beyond that, you can actually work. I know that Turkey pay their minimum wage is between $700 to $1,000 monthly. You can actually get a very good accommodation of like all this studio room for like $150 per month or less actually. So you can get such things or $200 per month. One of the places I got when I traveled, it was a service apartment in Impalo. Beautiful place, $200 per month. Turkey is another place you can think about. Then the third place you can think about is Vietnam. Vietnam is another beautiful place to travel to. Fantastic place, beautiful weather, beautiful country. You see a lot of all these Europeans, Americans in Vietnam. Vietnam is a beautiful place to travel to. You can go to Vietnam with a tourism visa, and once you get there, register in a school. Okay, their schools are less than $1,000. Register that gives you a legal right to stay in Vietnam. Once you are registered in a school, you can actually stay and live in Vietnam. And remember, once you become a resident of any of this country, you can apply for visas to other countries from there. Like I said, it's easier to get visas from those countries than in Nigeria. And secondly, you are also building your travel history. So don't think that these countries are small, nothing is happening there. Don't look down on all these countries. They are big countries actually, and a lot is happening there. Nigerians are making it big time there. You can stay there, live there, marry there, give birth there. Most of those countries are very safe. China is very safe. Turkey is extremely safe. Vietnam is also safe. So you can actually stay there, marry, give birth, do businesses there, prosper there. Some people, when they go to a community or they go to a country, they don't look at the different opportunities there. Even for Turkey, you can think about assisting people that come for tourism in Turkey. That could be your business. There are several businesses you can do in some of these countries if you are thinking and you are very smart. So these are some of the countries you can relocate with ease. For Vietnam, cost of living in Vietnam is extremely cheap, and there are several businesses you can do in Vietnam. Vietnam have the best hair. People are buying hairs from Vietnam. All this wig that we wear, most of them are from Vietnam. Clothing are cheap there. Different things are cheap in Vietnam. So there are businesses you can do in Vietnam beyond looking for a job. Because when people think about traveling, think about, oh, is there a job? Is there a job? Beyond a job, beyond jobs, there are businesses you can do in those countries. So I hope this helps you. If you're thinking about relocating, if you're thinking about how to leave Nigeria as soon as possible, these countries will help you. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, don't forget to do that right now. Subscribe, like, comment, share our post so that other people will also get to see it. So cheers to winning life. Keep winning.